Dorothy lived on a farm in Kansas with her Uncle Henry and Aunt Em. When Dorothy's dog Toto got into trouble, Dorothy ran away with Toto. Professor Marvel, a con man fortune teller she met on the street, told Dorothy to go home because her Aunt Em was heartbroken. When Dorothy returned to the farm, a tornado struck. Dorothy was inside the house with Toto, but the house was blown away by a tornado. While flying due to the tornado, Dorothy lost consciousness. When Dorothy woke up and went outside, she found it to be a completely different and beautiful place. At that time, Glinda the Good Witch came and greeted Dorothy. Glinda informed her that Dorothy's house fell on the Wicked Witch of the East, killing her. At that time, the Wicked Witch of the West appeared from the smoke. Glinda the Good Witch magically gave Dorothy the ruby shoes of the Witch of the East and told her to keep them on. The Wicked Witch threatened Dorothy, "I will get you, pretty girl, and your little dog too," and disappeared in a puff of smoke. Dorothy told Glinda that she wanted to return to her home. Glinda told Dorothy that the Wizard of Oz would help her and told her to follow the yellow brick road to the Emerald City. On her way, Dorothy met the Scarecrow in a cornfield. The Scarecrow set out with Dorothy to ask the Wizard of Oz for his brain. After going a little further, Dorothy met the Tin Woodman in the forest. The Tin Woodman joined Dorothy's group to ask the Wizard of Oz for his heart. Dorothy and her group met the Cowardly Lion one last time. The Cowardly Lion traveled with them to the Emerald City to gain courage. Although there were obstacles from the Wicked Witch on the way, Dorothy and her group arrived safely in the Emerald City. The four people went to the Wizard of Oz's room. The Wizard of Oz, a giant ghost head, said he would grant their wish if they brought him the broomstick that the Wicked Witch of the West was carrying. On their way to the Wicked Witch of the West, Dorothy and Toto were captured by flying monkeys and taken to the witch. Toto escaped the Wicked Witch's castle, and brought the Scarecrow, the Tin Woodman, and the Cowardly Lion to the castle. They rescued Dorothy and ran away, but were captured by the witch's guards. The witch set fire to the Scarecrow's arm to torment Dorothy. Then, to put out the fire, Dorothy threw a bucket of water at the Scarecrow, and the water splashed on the witch, causing her to melt. They returned to the Emerald City, carrying the broomstick of the Wicked Witch of the West. However, the Wizard of Oz did not meet Dorothy and her group and told them to go back. When Toto pulled the curtain behind him, they found an ordinary man operating a device behind the curtain. Dorothy and her group were disappointed when they found out that the Wizard of Oz was a fake. The Wizard of Oz listened to Dorothy group's wish and gave the Scarecrow a doctorate instead of a brain. He also gave the Tin Woodman a heart-shaped watch instead of a heart. And the Cowardly Lion was given a medal instead of courage. Finally, he asked Dorothy to take a hot air balloon with him back to Kansas. When the hot air balloon departed, Toto jumped out of the hot air balloon and Dorothy got off with him, leaving only the wizard to ride in the hot air balloon. Then Glinda appeared and told Dorothy to tap the heel of her ruby shoe 3 times and tell where she wanted to go. Dorothy tapped his heel 3 times and continued, "There's no place like home." Then Dorothy woke up in her bed on the Kansas farm. Dorothy hugged Toto and exclaimed gratefully, "Oh, Auntie Em, there's no place like home."